Oh, and the other approach is actually looking at how do you simulate development. We think that a hand is way too complicated, more complicated than an organ that is just made up of different layers. I'm not saying that the urinary bladder is a simple organ, but the hand is much more complicated than that. And some would argue with me about that, but I don't believe that you can make a scaffold that looks like a hand and sprinkle stem cells on it and grow a hand. So this is why our approach is more looking at how the limb develops in the first place and how to turn it on and turn it off, versus the other approach, which is building, the tissue engineering, which has clearly been successful, but in tubes or in hollow organs. And so, to answer your question, the people that are doing the tissue engineering are individually growing skin, muscle, bone, nerve, vessels, all of those individually, and then stacking them together and making something, and then trying to replant that back in. We are looking at a different approach, which is just looking at how they develop in the first place and trying to figure out, in terms of the programming on the genome, how they're turned on and how they're turned off. Did that make sense?